My name is Jen. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome to you too. Thanks for coming back. This is what I call my Fiber Artist Diaries, but really it's just kind of a casual vlog style video where I'm talking about what I'm working on within the realm of fiber arts, which is going to include a little bit of knitting this week. And sometimes I also take you out and about in Tucson. So this is just a day in the life. I am a lifelong crocheter who has just gotten a little obsessed with knitting, and I have thoughts. So if you saw my last diary entry, I had just gotten back from Norway and I was very obsessed with Norwegian knits, and in particular, just all of the gorgeous color work. And I just wanted to come home and make Selbu mittens. I wanted to be able to do all of this kind of color work, which is a little bit crazy because I'm a crocheter. I'm not a knitter. I've only knitted maybe half a dozen projects in my life, and those were either scarves or baby blankets. My son wanted a scarf just like the baker in Into the Woods, so I made him the baker's scarf. But yeah, so I have very little experience as a knitter. I have just been crocheting my whole life. Even though that is the case, I just thought I could dive in and start making mittens. And I couldn't decide if I was a magic ring circular needle kind of a girl, or if I was a double pointed needles kind of a girl. And so I found just a free knitting pattern that I think everyone has probably come across. I will list it in the description below, just to make a very simple pair of mittens. And then I started working on the cuff in both the circular needles and in the double pointed needles. And actually you can see that I've got a bit of a ladder. Can you see that? I should probably come in a little closer. Maybe not that close. But you can see with the circular needles, I'm definitely getting a ladder on each side. I guess one side is a little worse than the other. I feel like I'm having a little bit less of that ladder effect with the double pointed needles. So maybe I am a double pointed needles person. But so I'm going to keep working on these. I'm basically doing one mitten on both just to figure out what I like working with. But very quickly, this became very tedious feeling to me. And I also had this real sense that I was biting off more than I could chew. Also, at the same time, I had started watching knitting vlogs in the background, and I was seeing all of the sweaters that everyone was making. And I thought maybe a sweater would be like a top-down raglan style sweater would be a better beginner project. So I also went online and found what I think is one of the most popular free pattern tutorials, and I will also find the name of it and put it on the screen and put a link in the description below. And so here I have the beginnings, and I did just a simple crew neck edging. You can see that the shoulder shaping is coming in. I've got my increases going in the right directions. I'm very proud of that. And my stitches are looking pretty good, pretty even. And the only thing I'm sort of sad about with this project is that I was so sure that I would mess it up that I'm using just an inexpensive acrylic yarn that I knew I had enough of to make a whole sweater. I tend to keep acrylic yarns on hand when I'm designing, so I can use something less expensive when I'm working on prototypes of designs. So I had a fair amount of this, but what I'm finding just working with it is because it's acrylic, it doesn't have any loft or bounce to it. So it's just not as nice to work with. So I'm quickly understanding why knitters are always going for those gorgeous fibers, for the wool and the alpaca and the cotton blends, you know, all of those sorts of things, because it just feels so much nicer to work with nicer fiber. But yeah, so I have regrets. I have regrets that I'm not doing my first ever sweater in a nicer fiber because I don't know. I don't think it's going to be perfect, but I think it might actually turn out okay. And so it would have been nice if I had chosen a nicer fiber. So here I am with my mittens on two different kind of needles, a sweater, but all of this was very slow going, and I was getting frustrated, and I was like, you know what? I just need a win. I need to feel like I'm completing something. So I jumped onto Etsy and found a pattern that I knew even I could knit up really quickly. And this is, what is this even called? I need to look up the name of it. I'm going to need to put this on my mannequin and insert a picture here. So this top, it almost wears like a poncho. This was a one size fits all. There is an opening for your hands to come out of the sleeves, and the idea is for it just to be a drapey layer that maybe you wear over a tank top. She made hers with a ribbon yarn, and the closest, like a bulky ribbon yarn. And the closest thing I had to that was a t-shirt yarn, which didn't have, I suspect, it didn't have the same kind of drape as her ribbon yarn. But even that being said, her one size fits all had a top length that was, right around 12 or 13 inches. So very cropped, and especially cropped on the likes of me because I am just over 5'8". So by no means crazy tall, but definitely taller. And so this just came, down just below my chest, and that's way more cropped than I'm ever going to wear a thing. So I added some rows to make it a little longer, which made it wearable, but then these bottom rows are sort of stiff. So all in all, I was able to make this in one day, but the fit wasn't great. So, and that's hard with one size fits all type patterns. But the good thing about patterns like that is once you've made one and you have more of a feeling for the piece itself, you can customize it to your own preferences. So I was kind of hyped that this was something that I could whip up quickly. And so the very next day, I made another one. I gave myself, it's like 19 inches from the neckline down to the bottom, which is much more appropriate for my height. And I carried with this one, where's the yarn? Oh, with this one, I carried Barocco Remix. This is in the medium weight or the worsted weight, and a strand of Karen Painterly cakes. Now, one of the things that I've been doing this year is I've been trying to work from my stash. Now, I know a lot of people have goals of working through their stash, and I would never want anyone to feel bad about their personal stash or feel like you should just work from your stash. The difference with me is that I've been crocheting and designing for over 3 decades, so my stash is probably bigger than the average person's stash, and it is so time for me to whittle it down. And one of the things that I've been enjoying about working from the stash is I'm pulling things that I would have never pulled before, like making combinations that I never would have made. So I needed a bulky weight yarn, and I love Remix. And this I bought to make a baby blanket. And these are colors that I just don't wear. I wear deeper hues. I don't wear pastels. But when I carried this with the dark blue, more of the navy blue or denim Remix, it just worked up really cool. Even this yellow, I would never ever wear this highlighter yellow, but the yellow sort of shows up. Actually, this is the front. The yellow sort of shows up on the shoulders, and it's subtle, and it's just this pop of color that looks really interesting on. And so this one actually turned out really nice, and the only thing I would change if I did it again is I would make the sleeves maybe like 2 inches shorter. I would take a couple rows off the length. I think I just really needed to feel like I could finish something with knitting needles. And these, I mean, gosh, these were on 50mm needles. These are insane needles. My husband was really laughing watching me knit with these giant needles. But but it is fun to be able to whip something up and do something really quickly. So this just gave me that feeling of completing a project that I needed so that I could carry on with the sweater. I'm sorry. Hello, it's editing me. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry that my voice is a little scratchy. The day before I shot this video, I spent 7 hours processing 5 tons of rock. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Am I working? Am I going back to my sweater and working on it? No, I decided I wanted to do one more of these, but with needles that were a little less crazy big. For this one, I've got some Madrona, and this is by Haiku. And I'm also carrying a strand of mohair. This mohair is by Dale, and it's just a fine mohair that I'm carrying with it. So this is much more, even with the two together, this is still probably more of a sport weight or a light medium weight on 20mm. So it's still going to be really light and airy. And I just want to do it one more time and get the sleeve length perfect. And I don't know, it's kind of a fun pattern. You know, I love anything that it's easy to customize and make it the way that you like to wear clothes. So I've gone from not being a knitter to being a little obsessed with knitting vlogs and knitting projects. And I'm just determined to get myself, you know, to a place where I feel like I can start doing some color work. I still think it would be so fun to make some colorful mittens. I love all of these Selbu designs in this Sadness Garn. No, this is a Rama Garn catalog, but they're just so pretty. And then I also think Icelandic sweaters are gorgeous. So I think that I need to be a knitter as well as a crocheter. Oh, and just another random thought, even though this was sort of a crazy sidestep in my learning to knit, I did learn some new, I don't think anything's a waste of time, because in working on this project, I learned a cable cast on, and I also learned a new way of doing a stretchy bind off. These weren't part of the pattern. I just knew that I wanted a cast on that looked nice and a bind off that was stretchy. So I just kind of went online and found people creating good tutorials for those things. So, you know, I love that every time you make a new project, you also learn something new. And so I am a little bit on the high of learning a new thing. And I will keep sharing my my journey with you as a crocheter entering the knitting world, and you know, really trying to learn enough to be able to make all of the beautiful things that I would like to make with knitting needles. I have to say, I think this is going to be a very beautiful piece when it's done. But if I'm being really honest with you, I'm getting pretty tired of it. The cable, making these cables is no longer new and interesting to me. And I'm also needing to do quite a few more rows than I thought I would need to do, just to have the sleeve length be how long I want it to be. You know, each cable is 4 rows, and I think I probably need at least 2 more full sets of cables on either side. And yeah, so I'm just trying to make myself do 4 rows a day until I get it to the length it needs to be, so that I know once I finish the body, the edging will go really, really fast. This you just is a little bit tedious, and you really have to be watching your stitch placement and thinking about what you're doing. I haven't wanted to take a break from this. Well, I've wanted to take a break, but I haven't wanted to, because I know if I set this aside, I won't come back to it quickly, and it'll be another whip and a basket in my studio. So I'm determined just to stay focused, stay the course on this one until I finish it. And I know once I finish it, I will love it, and I'll get lots of wear out of it. And so I just wanted to share how this is going. I think what I'm allowing myself to do for the month of May, and maybe a little bit into June as well, is just to go ahead and dive into this world of knitting and allow myself to enjoy the experience of learning something new, and also to work on some unfinished projects that are in the studio that I really want to finish. If you're still here, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I am a new excited knitter, so if you happen to be a knitter as well and you have recommendations for vlogs that you love, or patterns that are beginner friendly that you love, videos that share knitting tips, I'm so interested to expand my knowledge. So anything that you have to share, I would love to hear from you. I'm going to make sure that I include links to all of these different projects that I'm working on in the description below, just in case you want to check them out for yourself. Let me know in the comments below what you're working on right now. What are your projects? Are you taking a summer vacation? Are you taking a break from crochet or knitting over the summer? Or do you get especially busy with your needles or your hooks over the summer season? So I'm curious to learn all of the things that you're into in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.